Hey guys, welcome back. Ducks Hockey and more coming at you again with a new video. Wanted to do an Anaheim Ducks team update as of March 11th. Today's Saturday, March 11th. So an Anaheim Ducks team update. Stick around. All right, so hey, welcome back to the channel. Ducks fans, you're gonna love this one. At least we hope we do, right? So I just wanted to touch on the recent play of the Anaheim Ducks. I like to do these every so often, just kind of an update, and kind of just go over what my opinion and my view and that kind of thing of what's going on with the Anaheim Ducks as of right now. Anaheim Ducks obviously are way out of the playoff race. They have been for the entire season. And they were major sellers going into the trade deadline, even though we only moved two big pieces of the team, and return was But previous video about what's Pat Verbeek going to do next kind of goes over some of that. So go check that out if you haven't already. But I wanted to go over just the recent play of the Anaheim Ducks. They just got done with a quick 3-game road trip where they went to Seattle and Vancouver, and then to Calgary. So 3 games, and now they're going to come home for quite a large homestand. So going into the Seattle game, I felt pretty good about the way they were playing. I think they had just beaten the Montreal at home. They went to Seattle and kind of laid an egg. It was really a disappointing game overall to watch. One of those ones that kind of sums up the season. The consistency part of things, right? Now, granted, even if you're having a great year and a great season, you're going to have these types of games where you just kind of flop, right? Have a bad game. But the important thing is for winning teams is that you rebound and you continue to win, you continue to push, and you get right back on that winning streak. So, but either way, doesn't matter. The Seattle game was kind of a flop. They lost 6-2. No, I'm sorry, 5-2 in that game. 5-2. I don't know. It was interesting. Jared McCann had a goal in that game for Seattle. That was his 31st goal of the year for them. Another player for Seattle that had a good game was Matty Beniers. He had a couple of assists in that game. Now, Matty Beniers is a player that basically the way he's been playing, that's Rookie of the Year, Calder Trophy written all over him. So Matty Beniers having a great year, had a great game, 2 assists in that game. Daniel Sprong, here's a guy that's kind of been tossed around, if you will. He even played for the Anaheim Ducks, and I really liked him. We got him from Pittsburgh a few years back, but we didn't keep him around, and he's been kind of bounced around, played for a couple of different teams, Pittsburgh, then Anaheim, and then he went back out east. Then he got picked up by Seattle, I think on a PTO, a professional tryout, and he has fit in very well in Seattle. Daniel Sprong, he's got 16 goals. He scored his 16th goal in that Anaheim Ducks game just the other night. So a few days ago, but pretty impressive. Not that he is doing that well, but Daniel Sprong, fun guy to watch, fast. He's got good hands, good shot. So listen, the one big thing that came out of that game for the Anaheim Ducks, at least, was the Trevor Zegras through the legs goal, roofed it in the corner. That right over Grubauer. I know if you're a true Ducks fan, you have seen this goal 100 times, watched it over and over and over again like I have. Wow. Another highlight reel by Trevor Zegras. Kid's got some great hands, the creativity. Yeah, the through the leg shot, a lot of players can do it, right? But the thing about Trevor Zegras is that he does it, and if you watch that goal back, he does it with such speed and so quickly and so fluidly. I mean, he made it look like he does it with his eyes closed. I mean, the guy is unbelievable. And, and we all knew that. His creativity and his hands are unreal. They really are. The thing that gets me about Trevor Zegras, and then we'll move on, is that he has such skill and such poise during the chaos of the game and the speed of the game. He'll pull these things off. He'll try it. He's not afraid to just give it a shot. It's just instinctively, it's like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. That's where he separates himself from other players. Yeah, sure, everybody can put their puck through their legs and shoot it, but can they do it in the gameplay and the speed of the game and like think and to just naturally do that? That was the only option he had to get a shot, to get a goal in that scenario, right? And he pulled it off. Crazy stuff, Trevor Zegras. So there you go. They lost 5-2 there. Then they go to Vancouver. So not too far north over into Canada. We met with the Canucks, and I was kind of hoping they would rebound. Now, it was the second of a back-to-back, which is already a tough thing to do. And I was hoping, though, we'd go into Vancouver, get back on our feet, and get another win. They did get a point, but they lost it in overtime. JT Miller had a couple of goals for Vancouver in that one, including the overtime winner. Kuzmenko scored the other one. Brock McGinn, guy we got from Pittsburgh before the trade deadline, he had his first goal as an Anaheim Duck, so that's good to see. Very good to see. And I think Troy Terry had the other one in that game. So, hey, it was a pretty decent game for Anaheim. They do walk away with a point in that game. At this stage of the season, it really doesn't matter, but good way to respond on the second of a back-to-back to at least get a point, okay? So I thought that was good for the Anaheim Ducks. So last night, Friday, they went to Calgary, all right? And here's a team that is trying to get into the playoffs. They're trying to get that last wild card spot. They've been playing pretty well as of late, and they're not the juggernaut they were last year. Since Goudreau's left, since Tkachuk has left, and going into it, you thought, well, they're adding Mackenzie Weegar, Huberdeau, Nazem Kadri, they should still be very good and be one of the best teams in the Pacific. Well, that's not the case. They're struggling for sure. Those players have not done very well, point production wise, compared to Tkachuk and Goudreau. Long story short, though, they're still a few points back for that wild card spot. Well, the Ducks played spoilers, beat them 3-1. So it was actually a really good game. Calgary outshot the Anaheim Ducks. This was a Gibson win again, okay? This is a hard-fought game for the Anaheim Ducks. Gibson stood on his head, made 36 saves, okay? Some unusual, not likely goal scorers for the Anaheim Ducks, so our depth was coming through a little bit there. I think Leeson had a goal. Comtois had a deflection for the first goal for the Anaheim Ducks in that game, and then Derek Grant had an empty netter. So, some depth guys got some goals, and overall the team played pretty well, okay? The only thing I would say, the Ducks have been guilty this year, and we all know this as Ducks fans, of letting the other team outshoot us horribly. I mean, lopsided, right? Kind of the same scenario. John Gibson had to stand on his head again and make some really, really good saves. In fact, Tyler Toffoli of Calgary is probably seeing Gibson in his nightmares, only because Gibson robbed him several times. Okay, so if it wasn't for Gibson, we would have lost that game, I think. Not even I think, I know. So Gibson got us 2 points in that one. But it was nice to see some of our depth guys getting some goals. We got 2 points in Calgary and played the spoiler. Calgary's trying to get in the playoffs, and we came in there and said, nope, no more points for you, not tonight. Calgary is coming to Anaheim in this homestand of ours soon, so we'll see if they get some revenge on us there. But it was kind of nice to see the Ducks go into Calgary and get the win. Ducks used to be dominant in Calgary and always beat the Calgary Flames. And then more recently, in the last couple of years, as the Ducks have been bad, that's flipped and Calgary has been beating us. So it was really good to go back into Calgary to the Saddle Dome and get 2 points, especially for a team that's fighting to get into the playoffs. We kind of played spoilers. That was nice. So anyways, hey, there's your Ducks update as of right now, kind of going over the last 3 games. I don't miss John Klingberg. I don't see on the team chemistry or the defensive side missing Klingberg is affecting us in any way. Kulikov, I kind of wish was still around in a little way just because he is one of those good guys. But either way, I don't see those 2 guys are missing on our DN. So what? So what? We're defensively we're playing pretty well. are playing pretty well. I did talk about it in my last video with the Anaheim Ducks and the whole Pat Verbeek at the trade deadline. What's he going to do next, and that kind of thing. About how this team is going to make some major changes. Obviously, we did last year. It's really exciting and interesting to see what's going to happen this offseason. Pat Verbeek's going to be a busy guy, especially when free agency opens up in July. We'll see. We got to lock up Zegras, we got to lock up Terry, Dostal, and Drysdale. So we've got to lock those 4 up to some contracts, and then we'll see who moves to different teams, who's not even signed. We got some UFAs that we're either going to keep them or we're going to let them go. But either way, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So Ducks fans, I know the season's going to end come April. We're getting closer, but definitely be excited for what's to come through the offseason and what changes Pat Verbeek can make to make this team better. I know he's got a vision. I just hope that his vision is and the right players come to this team. I think that the Frank Vetrano signing, I think that was good. He's kind of an up and down guy as it is, but he's a hardworking guy, and he can shoot. He can shoot the puck and he can score. You need that. He's a good depth guy to have on that second, third line. The Ryan Strome signing, I think he's a good depth center guy. That's a good deal. So this coming off season, what UFAs are we going to go after? I will probably do a video after regarding that of some of the UFAs I'd like to see come to the Anaheim Ducks who would fit in well with the Anaheim Ducks. But again, this is just my opinion, of course. So it'll probably not even happen or come close to happening. But doesn't matter. It'll be fun to talk about. So, hey, Ducks fans, go Ducks as always. If you haven't subscribed to this video, go down there and do it right now. We got to blow this up. I need your help to do it. So blow it up with me by subscribing and smashing that like video. And don't forget to comment. I'd love to hear your guys' comments, what you think about what I've discussed, if you agree or disagree, that kind of thing. So do it, okay? I will see you guys on the next one.